Yeah, I'm getting there. I slept for like 12 hours last night, so it's getting there. Yeah, just trying to get back to healthy and be able to help out and play every day again and kind of get in that rhythm. But it was unfortunate to have the fever hit when it hit, but can't control these things sometimes. Been trying to wash the hands and hand sanitizer and stay away from people who are sick and do everything you can, but eventually it seems to just get you. So just trying to do the best I can and start helping out again.
What was it like trying to carry over that success through the illness from the national series?
I think the biggest thing is to not try. Is to just hey, start small again and just get back to getting into game speed and just get your strength back and let me see if I can square up some balls and just start small again. Don't try and recreate a 9 RBI day. Don't try and recreate a grand slam or anything like that. Just start small. Just try and get some base hits. Hit the ball hard and then work from there. And that's all I tried to do today was just be short, keep it simple. Just try and get some base hits and was able to get some to fall and one to go over the wall.
What do you think about Pete wins Player of the Month and goes out and hits a go-ahead homer tonight?
It's just right to the story. I mean, he's so deserving of that, Player of the Month, and I think it's just another exclamation point on all the work that he's done this offseason. Seems like he's in an amazing spot to me. It's not just a flash in the pan. Like, this is sustained success. For me, he has really good body control right now. He's staying in the zone. And when Pete Alonso stays in the zone, it's just going to be really hard to get him out because he can miss balls at 105. So for me, he looks great, and just he the biggest thing for him, I think, is just to not try and do too much because he can already hit the ball out of the ballpark without even having to try.
You just said it, Brandon. This is probably the best approach he's had in his career. Mm-hmm. How difficult is that to do what he's managed to do in terms of improving that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's taken a lot of hard work because they're not just going to give it to you up here. Like they're looking for any way they can possibly get you out, and they're researching and studying, and with the body of work that he has, there are no secrets up here. So I think it's taken a total revamp by him of his off-season routine. I know he worked a lot on body control this off-season. I can see it in his routine that he does to prep his body, that he's doing a lot of body control stuff and working on it daily. And I can just see it translating straight out to the field, even with some of his check swings and whatnot, where maybe you would have gone before. He's able to hold it back, and it's just made him extremely dangerous. And those are the differences between success and failure up here, are like one pitch here, one pitch there, and they can totally switch at bats to where it's 2-0 rather than 1-1, 3-1 rather than 2-2. So when you're able to do that, it pays big dividends, even though it seems small.
For the lineup overall, what's it like being part of a night like this where everybody's hitting, Cardinals make one error and you just keep tacking on?
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. Obviously this team, we know we're very deep from 1 through 9, and if they make one mistake, we want to be able to jump on it, and I feel like we were able to do that tonight. We know what we're capable of as a lineup, and I think biggest thing for us is understand baseball, don't panic. If it's 1 or 2 days of maybe not producing the way we would like, and also, just focus on your process. I think if we do that and we're able to get the process right for most of the days, we'll be okay by the end of it. But focusing on your process and making sure that the way you go about your business is right, this team should do very well because we have very professional hitters 1 through 9.
Pete, everybody keeps talking about your approach, your body control this season. What's the type of work that you did this offseason and continue to do that's allowing you to have those types of at-bats?
Honestly, just locked in on my mechanics and just
Pretty much my entire thing is just putting my body in positions and being able to hold that backside and being able to let the ball travel. That's really all it is, and just building efficiency in my swing mechanics. And right now, I just feel like I have a great understanding, and I mean, with experience and time and stuff like that, and I feel like that's become a huge factor in my success this year, because I feel like that now. I mean, this is year 7. I know what I need to do to be successful, and for me, I think just holding on to my swing mechanics and just trying to be the best version of myself every single pitch, every single at bat, every single night.
You've obviously had a lot of success at points in your career where you've gone on these types of tears, but is that type of body control and the work that you've done, is that new than at any other point?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've always been conscious of it in the past, but just kind of redefine like my work and just made it pretty much everything I do is just to build efficiencies in my swing and my feels, and that's all I want to do. That's all I want to do is just be efficient every single day, and that's going to help if I can take that feel pitch to pitch, at bat to at bat, day to day, then do that over the course of time, then good things are going to happen.
Obviously, these things are always a work in progress, but when did you maybe start to feel like you had that locked in the way that you wanted to?
I mean, honestly, nothing. I mean, this game is really imperfect, and I never really truly feel like that it's ever going to be perfect. But I just want to be able to strive for that perfection, because I want to just hold my mechanics as pitch to pitch and every pitch, every at bat I possibly can. Granted, I'm not going to, but I just want to just hold everything for as often and as long as possible.
Is there a point though where you felt like, okay, this is kind of like where I need it to be successful?
I mean, to a point, yes, but also like there's always room for improvement, and I feel like that there's still room to be like. There's still plenty of room to improve, especially with like consistency, holding mechanics, pitch to pitch, at bat to at bat, and I think that there's a lot of room for still improvement. There's still a lot of meat left on the bone for that.
What does it mean to you to be one of the guys carrying this lineup early in the season?
I mean, I just want to contribute to win. That's it. I just want to, having a taste of the playoffs last year. It's like going on that deep run. It's like instead of playing that last game on Monday when baseball was done, like let's just do whatever we can to because every game counts. Like not just the games in the end of September, not just the beginning of the season. Every game in between counts the same. So if we just keep stacking wins, I want to be able to not stress out like we did last year.
That'd be nice.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, right.
Clay, first of all, how are you feeling after that comebacker?
I'm good. Definitely was a little brought back a little bit just because, I mean, it hit me in the same spot as where I got hit with the comebacker in 2020 when I broke my leg. But, it's all good. It's just a little sore, but they will work through it, and, we'll be all good from it.
Looked like you got stronger as the game went on. Just take us through the outing tonight and what you were able to do to, as the game got deeper, have those results.
Yeah, I mean, one thing, I think the offense just took the pressure off. Them responding the way they did, and Russ retaking the lead and getting some runs there. Definitely, it's a team that they put the ball in play a lot. I'm a contact guy, so it really just helped me just kind of trust the defense and let them work. I think I was able to start mixing my pitches. Use the four seam cutter a little bit, the slider. Really trying to generate some weak contact and let the defense work. It was huge response by the offense there.
Mendy said that you were maybe almost too in zone at points. How do you kind of walk that line there?
Yeah, it's definitely a line to walk. I mean, this team, as long as I don't give free passes, usually takes a few hits to beat me. It's balancing that. I want to be in zone and trust the weak contact and keep pitching to it. Maybe there's times I could have went for a little bit more chase, with the slider or the sinker. Usually when I'm too in zone, I'll take that over the other of walking guys, especially against the lineup. I just knew I didn't want to give free passes, and like I said, as soon as we got the lead there, and I was able just to trust the contact and let the defense work.
After you allowed in the first inning a sort of fluky run, how much do you enjoy as a starting pitcher now having the entire rest of your outing to make sure your night isn't just one run in one inning?
Yeah, I mean, definitely there. I take pride in controlling the running game, and they were to take a couple bases there at second, which we'll definitely take a look at. But yeah, just knowing that let's keep it at one run. It's really kind of what I was trying to do there. Is the guy got to third and just kept attacking the zone, and I knew if I just kept it to one there and got out of it without throwing a ton of pitches that things would be good. And that's a different mentality that I think I can embrace. Allowed me to get out of that inning, and I was able to go 6 tonight. So a guy like me that relies on contact, to not have to shy away from it there. I think it's a huge part of my game, and I think it would be important for me as I continue to make this transition to starting, where I can just keep trusting it, and especially the offense, know that one run's not going to beat us there.
Where exactly in the leg did that ball get you?
Yeah, just right on the outside, kind of right above the ankle. I took a comebacker there in 2020, right in spring training, and broke the fibula there. But I think it got a little bit more soft tissue than bone. It just felt a little nervy. Just kind of a little numb, tingly there, but I got the feeling back and was able to to keep going. So not too concerned about it at all.